Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the series on the 1999 S500 Grand Edition. I just pulled it out of the detail shop and we're going to go ahead and do a quick test drive, and then I'm going to get it back into my shop and cover it with plastic, and probably tomorrow I'll pull it out and do the walk around video. So let's go ahead and go on the test drive. So I just cranked it up. You can see we still have a cold engine, half tank of fuel, got good idle oil pressure on a cold engine, and we have on the trip odometer it says 3.9 miles, and on the odometer it says 76,089 miles, and good RPM idle. And then right here we are coming up, it says on 12 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get on the road. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this AC. Let's just set this down to cool because it is hot in Georgia right now. Well, there you go, 73 degrees outside, but in this black car it's pretty warm. Doors automatically locked once I started moving. And guys, these 140 chassis are incredible, and you know, we've fully sorted everything out on this one, even down to, you know, intake gaskets, head gaskets. We've done everything required. But yeah, these are one of the most luxurious cars I've ever driven in my life. So we'll get down here and get out to Georgia 400, get it up to speed, test everything out. Wow, I mean, I'm barely touching the accelerator pedal. These V8 engines are so powerful. Keep in mind, I'm used to driving the diesels. All right, looks like we got a red light coming up here, so I'll be back in a second once we get the green light. All right, here we go, guys. I see our engine temperature is coming up there, almost up to the 80 degrees Celsius mark, and clock is correctly working. Hopefully the AC is not making too much noise. I do have the AC on about medium. So in my videos, if you guys have seen my test drive videos before, I always point out the first thing I notice in any vehicle. And there's two things I notice in this one. This has to be the most comfortable car seat I have ever sat in. Here, I'll show you the passenger over here. I mean, these seats are remarkable. And the second thing I notice, it feels like I'm riding on a cloud. The suspension on this, on the Grand Edition, or really the 140 chassis, is remarkable. I mean, and, you know, there's a third thing I noticed too. It is so quiet on the inside of this car. So yeah, the seat, the quietness, the suspension feel. I mean, this might be the most luxurious car I've driven in. I'm sure like a Bentley or Rolls Royce, you know, may be the next step up, but this is pretty remarkable. And the amount of power is just crazy. We'll floor it when we get out here on Georgia 400 and really put the pedal to the metal and check it out. There are only 600 of these made, guys, of the S500 Grand Edition. Very rare vehicles. You know, this one only has 76,000 miles on it. turn that AC down a little bit. There we go. All right, we're gonna have some pretty serious Atlanta traffic starting here, so I'm gonna wait till I can merge and I'll be back in a second. All right, we're gonna come down through here. We got a few lights and then we can really open her up. We'll get it on Georgia 400 and we should be able to get it up, you know, 75, 80 miles an hour. Check out the acceleration. I also want to do a brake check. We'll show that the brakes are outstanding condition. We'll do that when we get off of Georgia 400. I'll see if we can possibly do a 0 to 60 up here too. I'm guessing a car like this is going to be like 7 or 8 seconds. I don't know. In the meantime, we're up to engine temp. You can see perfect right there above 80, like 82 degrees or something. You can see the odometer and the trip odometer are correctly rolling over. Clock is correctly working. Everything works on this car, guys. Okay, so we made it up to 400. Unfortunately, I'm behind this dump truck, so I can't do a 0 to 60 right this second. But we'll put the pedal down when we get out here on the highway. I'm gonna go ahead and merge over here into the fast lane if I can. Let me let this one car pass. Okay. Oh yeah, we got the pedal down now. Holy cow, we're going 80 just like that. Let me get over. Oh my God, this car is so fast. I mean, look, let me take the blinker off. We're already up at 100 miles an hour. Holy cow, this V8 is awesome. Let me test the cruise control. So I just engaged the cruise control. My foot is not on the pedal there. And you can see we're holding right there at 80. All right, I need to slow down before I get a speeding ticket. This car is so fast. So let's just set it here at a good cruise speed, like, you know, 75. I'm gonna go ahead and merge over a lane. And that's really what this car is all about, like luxury cruising, and it feels incredible. The ride is one of the smoothest rides I've ever been in any vehicle. Everything about the car screams luxury. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell how quiet it is in here. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the windows are double paned, and they have a little air gap in between them, helps absorb sound, and it's extremely quiet in here. There we go. Maybe that'll focus there. All the gauges reading excellent. Temperature, oil pressure, clock, RPMs, everything is great. All right, let's go ahead, get off this exit here. I want to do a brake check. I don't think anybody's behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the brakes pretty fast up here. All right, let's see. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, outstanding brakes. Guys, this car is amazing. The best part about it is the V8. I mean, when I was merging onto 400 there, I put it down and floored it. I was like immediately going to 80, and then just a couple of seconds later, I was doing 100. This is a fantastic vehicle. It rides smooth. Every switch, every button works. AC is ice cold. We've already done the big service on the car, you know, being a gas engine Mercedes that's, you know, from 1999, you need to do your gaskets. And we already did the head gaskets, intake gasket, valve cover gaskets. That's already all been addressed. yeah, this is a fantastic vehicle. If you're looking for a luxury, I'm going to call this a pimp Mercedes. This is a great car. So I'll go ahead and cruise around here and get back on Georgia 400 and record a little bit more. You know, also something like I've noticed, you know, on modern cars, when you touch the accelerator pedal, they tend to be a little jumpy off the line. However, this one, you can just barely touch the pedal and you can just barely make it creep. It doesn't, you know, jump off the line and jolt. It's very smooth transition from stop to full power. And maybe I can floor it out here if we get a little bit of room. The traffic is pretty heavy. Guys, I've got the pedal down. I mean, just look how fast the acceleration is. That is amazing. Good Lord. Yeah, I would definitely get a speeding ticket in this vehicle. It's just too much fun to floor it. There we go. This is a pretty sweet cruising speed right here. I think we're about 76, 77. Yeah, that feels great. Yeah, you could hit the cruise control on this thing and just keep on going to California. This is a highway beast. Let's merge back over here and get off on our exit. I want to get this back into the shop and get it covered in plastic because the details job Scott just did is remarkable. But yeah, stay tuned. You'll see the walk around video next. Yeah, this passes the test drive with flying colors. This is an exceptional example. Now, you know, only 600 of these were made. This is easily one of the nicest ones in the world. Everything has been addressed, everything works, and it is an awesome experience to drive this car. Anyway, I'm going to get her back to the shop, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the final walk around video. Take care.